Marianne Meed Ward joins us this morning with an update on what's happening in Burlington, and we're going to dive right into the deep end here.
Dive, no pun intended.
With the controversy over swim time.
Yes. So I've called a special council meeting for Thursday, tomorrow, to have further conversations. So the city used what's called a request for proposal RFP process to divvy up swim time. We had a contract with Burlington Aquatic Devilrays. It was coming to a close. We've used this process before, but we've only used it for swimming. And as we've gone through this experience with the RFP, and it's kind of winner takes all. It's all the swim time that
2,000 hours.
2,000 hours goes to the successful bidder of a new RFP. And we don't divvy up our ice time or our soccer fields or any other time in any of our facilities, all of which are under significant demand. There's never enough facilities. We don't do it through an RFP process. And so this process has created enormous disruption in the community. We heard from family participants in two clubs, the winning bidder, which is the Golden Horseshoe Aquatic Club, as well as the Burlington Aquatic Devilrays, that this is going to create enormous disruption, could mean the end of BAD entirely. Their program depends on having some pool hours. So the parents, families of the club said, look, there's got to be a better way. So we heard
and everybody around says there's got to be a better way.
Well, I mean, hindsight being 2020, I think all of us would come to the conclusion that there has to be a better way to divvy up scarce time in city facilities than this, and we don't do it through an RFP process with anyone
and an
else.
RFP process, just so viewers know, it's a closed bid thing, and it's something that's normally only done for city contracts for like road building or whatever.
RFPs are great for potholes, not so great for people. So it really, there's a better process, I think, here, and council has questions. Council wants to hear more from our staff on this matter, so we'll be meeting on Thursday, and as soon as we have more information for the community, we'll update them.
Okay. You're also bringing something to council next week on the Millcroft proposal, so the development on the golf course.
So yes, Millcroft was approved by the Ontario Land Tribunal for 93 homes on part of the course. We asked the minister and the premier to intervene with what's known as a ministerial zoning order to keep the zoning, which is what it's historically been as parks and open space. And then we also just very recently said there's still 100 acres that there's no development application that could be at risk of development if an application comes forward. We obviously don't want to have the same experience where an unelected tribunal awards that. So we issued a second request to the province, passed a resolution for an MZO on the balance. The province then responded and said, we're not giving you the MZO on the first, so very disappointing. Although the community, I love their spirit. They have continued to take their case straight to the premier to say, step in, this is not right. We shouldn't be developing here, and we agree with that. But the new minister said no to the MZO on the first. And said it would be premature to even discuss an MZO on the balance. Why don't you participate in a facilitated discussion? There's a ministry I didn't know about before, very recently, Land Facilitation and Development branch. And so I brought that, and along with Councillor Bentivegna, the ward councillor, to council to say, do you want to participate in this or not? So we had that conversation at committee. Council will make our final decision next week, and then we'll let the community know what the next steps are.
And as Burlington keeps growing, parking spaces keep disappearing. So there's a study.
There is, and you know, parking is always evolving based on changing needs, and so we're looking to understand from people: is there different fee structures that would help? If the lots are farther away, could they be a reduced rate? Could we adjust the times? We do have data because there's sensors under all the parking downtown to tell us how well utilized. All of our parking is. Our garage, by the way, other than for Sound of Music or Ribfest, is usually not used as much as our surface. So
I kind of know where it is because if the grand one, if that big one is full.
It's right beside the Burlington Performing Arts Center, almost never full. You may have to circle around a bit, but it's close, right? It's a block from Brant Street. So we've got that data. We're studying. We've asked the community what their parking needs are. If you're a visitor, if you're a business owner, if you're a customer, a worker downtown, and we'll use all of that to shape a new parking plan. And there's still time to participate in the survey another week or so.
Okay, you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in and updating us. We'll get the details, the links up on our stories on chch.com/morninglive.